Hi guys, welcome back. I'm making lunch and I thought you might like to join me in the kitchen. Today I'm making the Chinese Sichuan Mapo Tofu. So, what are the things we need? I'm going to just quickly go through, but before I do that, let me just welcome you guys who have just subscribed to my channel. My name is Esti. You are watching me cooking live. If you are looking for fast, easy, healthy recipes and dinner idea, this is the channel for you. Welcome. And if you want to look into my playlist, I do have different categories on different foods. So I hope you take some time to go and check that out. Uh, I'm going to just tell you what we're going to do and what we're going to need for this recipe. We need tofu, of course. Sichuan is a province whereby they like to eat spicy food. For me, I'm a big fan of spicy food. So this is one of my favorite tofu dish. Yesterday, I made the tofu beef patty. It was really good. My guests, they really enjoyed. And I'm going to share with you the video, or rather the photograph that we took yesterday at the volleyball. And thank you so much for watching my video, and I really appreciate all the thumbs up. Yeah. So tofu is what we need. We don't really need a lot. This is about 200 grams of 250 grams of tofu, and I have about 250 grams of beef here. If you don't eat beef, you can always replace it with minced chicken or minced pork. Traditionally, they call for minced pork, but I prefer beef than pork. And then instead of scallions, I don't have at home, so I'll be using leeks. Suan, it's in Chinese. So use any kind of greens that you like. So for me, my preference is leeks. And also you need this really yummy douban jiang, we call it, if you guys can see closer. So this is imported from Sichuan. I have actually bought them in a China supermarket. It looks like this. I was looking this up in my Amazon store, but I couldn't find it. But I found something that is really similar, and I'm including the link into the video description if you are looking for that too. And then you need some Sichuan peppercorn, and I think this you can easily find them at the supermarket. So I'm not including this, but if you need the links, I can provide you. And also some chopped garlic and onions, and not onions, chopped garlic and ginger. And also you actually need some black bean that is dried, but I'm using this Loakanma, my favorite brand. This is fermented black bean that is soaked in this chili oil. So it means to say that this will make your work much easier, because if you were to ask for the authentic ingredients, you will have to put the chili oil, you have to buy the chili oil, you have to buy the baked bean and the black bean, and it's a lot of work. So this one will make my job much easier. So without further ado, let me just explain to you what I'm gonna do. So I hope this video will last for at least 10 to 15 minutes, hopefully, if no interruption. And let's go to the tray and the pan, I mean, to see how I do this. So you need to heat up a pan. I'm going to just fragrance the Sichuan pepper. So depending on how spicy you want, if you like this to be very spicy, of course you can put more. But I find that this has a very numbing effect. And definitely, if you have children at home, I wouldn't recommend you put too much of this, because sometimes when you bite on it, this can be really hot for some people. So I'm going to use about just a bit, because LG doesn't really like so hot. So I'm just going to just heat up this Sichuan pepper in a hot pan. Oh, this is making a lot of sound, I know. I get a lot of people telling me, oh, when you're on the program, you have this really irritating sound. So, as I said, the preference is up to you. If you want to be more spicy, you can add up to 1 tablespoon. For me, I'm not that into I'm not that adventure. I may like chili, but not to that extent. So I'm just going to heat up this one so that it relates the fragrance of the Sichuan pepper. And then you might need a mortar. If you don't have a mortar, you can just find something heavy, put them in a towel and just heat them. All right, what is mortar? Mortar is this one. If you don't have this, it's okay. You can put them in a cloth. It's better to be on a cloth. Then you just pound them. So now I can smell the fragrance already. So I'm going to turn off the heat now. Let me just find a better holder. Okay, I'm going to turn off the heat. I can smell it already. Just less than 1 minute on the pan. So basically, you just want to pour this into the mortar, and you just grind them. I like to grind them very, very fine because I don't like to bite the seeds because it's really spicy. So if you grind them finely, I think it will be better. Of course, you can buy those fine ones, but I prefer like this because, you know, it's always better if you buy in a whole seed. And then when you grind and you grill, when you pan fry it, it smells so good. Okay, now this is all ready to be used, yeah? So now let's do the cooking. I'm going to heat up the pan with some oil. Just a bit of oil. I don't like to put a lot of oil in my cooking, if you notice that. So I'm going to put the Sichuan pepper in here first. It smells so good, the pepper. So see, things like that, very, very small portion. You know, if you buy a big pack, you know, it can last you forever. Especially pepper, you know, the longer it is, I think it tastes even better. So this patch that I bought, it's actually like 3 years ago I bought them, and it's still so aromatic. So now this is ready. I'm going to increase the heat a little bit, and I'm going to put my ginger and my garlic. Okay, to stop it from browning, I'm going to be adding a little bit of salt. Okay, to make sure it's not so hot, now I want to add in my black bean. So I'm going to be adding about maybe 1 tablespoon of black bean, and then about 1 tablespoon of the jiang. Without this jiang, it's not the Mapo Tofu, yeah? So remember, this broad bean paste, fermented paste, is really, really important in this dish. And now you just want to reduce the heat, and you just want to fry this until it's fragrant. Don't on too high, because if you on too high, it will burn. Then you will have this burnt taste on your beef. It's not so nice. Okay, you want to let this sit for just 1 minute. So let me explain to you the tofu. The one that I have from yesterday, it's actually the quite firm one. If you want to buy another type which is slightly silky, soft one, that one is actually better. The authentic one is actually using the silky one. But this is fine too if you cannot find the silky one. So you have to put in the beef. So now you can increase the temperature. I'm going to increase it to number 7 and let this cook. It's very noisy when it's 7, you notice. Okay. And then, now you want to add in the tofu. And add in a bit of water. If you have beef stock, use beef stock. If you don't have water, it's fine too. So now I'm going to add some water. And we just want to simmer this for a while, so that the tofu is soft. Some people, they like to boil the tofu before that, if it is a hard, firm one. But because yesterday, I still feel like the tofu is not really that hard. So if your tofu is really hard, so I suggest you boil them for 2 to 3 minutes in a pot boiling water. Remove it gently and then cut them into small cubes. And let this simmer. So now I'm going to increase the heat now and let this boil. Just a bit more water. Okay. And then now it's time for you to just have a taste to see how salty is that. It's kind of salty. So you really don't need a lot of things. Let me just give you one. You can put in a little bit of cooking wine, the Chinese cooking wine. And also a little bit of soy sauce. And a little bit of sugar, just to balance up the flavors. And if you think it's not spicy enough, you can add chili pepper if you want. But for me, I think I'm quite satisfied with this. So it's a really simple, easy recipe. I eat this a lot when I was at home. My mom used to cook this. So I think anyone can do this. Yeah. Now I'm going to make some, what do you call it? Thickening. First have some potato flour. So this is some corn flour or potato flour, just a bit of water. And you just want to thicken the sauce a little bit. Oops. Okay. So, this is done. And then lastly, you want to sprinkle some spring onion or some leeks. In my case, I'm sprinkling the leeks. I'm going to keep some because I'm going to take picture later on. That is so easy, right? I think even your kid can cope with this recipe. It's not so difficult. Very, very simple. And this goes very well with a bowl of rice because there is some sauce. You see there's some sauce and it's kind of spicy. So I'm sure your family will really enjoy this. And I hope you enjoy this too. If you do, please give a thumbs up. And I hope to see you in my next video. What will I be cooking in the next few days? Today is Wednesday, it's 1st of May. So I'm not working. Tomorrow, I probably will be baking at my job. I will see if I can find opportunity to do a live streaming when I bake the bread. Remember the bread that I told you guys was really, really spongy and really, really easy to make. It's lactose free. You know, it's not so, what do you call it? Not so big. You know, I cut them into squares. So I'm going to try and make that recipe tomorrow because I think that is a really good money saving recipes where you can save a lot of money from buying bread and make your own bread instead. I think it's much, much healthier. All right, so this is the tofu. I'm going to just put the camera over so you can have some food porn. Hi there. So let's take a look. So this is how it looks like, and you have to get some sauce at the side. Yeah. And let me just have a taste. I think I'll use the other spoon. It's spicy, but it's good. Let me tell you, it's so good. I can't wait to dive into this, and I hope you do the same. If you've checked out and you like this recipe, I would love to hear from you. Tell me what you think about this recipe, all right? And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like to support our channel, I would love for you to be my patron at Patreon. And also, if you are looking for ingredients used in my recipes, you can check onto the video description.